You can't see me back with the Ghislain estate, so check it out.
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
Familiar with that name. I did hereby first enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
Finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at...
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. He's to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end, everyone knows it.
Storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of us to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to aid us.
Here comes the outsider, with an army. Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden dog-lord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With divine Justinia dead, the chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Okay, so got me my second new finding, fighting, you know, trying to get my levels up. So it's good now to be at a point where things are starting to progress. And I'm hoping that I can get Skyhold on the Haven. I actually bought a couple of the plans, schematics, so that I could build some weapons. So let me see what I can do with my weapons. So we're gonna check that out real quick before we
Safely. Thought you and your men might be working up a thirst. She sent me over to see if you needed anything.
We're fine, thank you.
a lot of the schematics I had before weren't any for swords. I try to keep it where I can have a sword and a shield, so it weren't any good swords. Or they were double-handed, you know, or sledgehammers type of joint. So it's good to see this. A long sword, okay, and then something for my mage. So that's what's up. I ain't gonna do this right now. I'm gonna wait and come back to craft. I may just do a separate crafting video. Not that I'm an expert crafter or anything. I just I'm gonna just do it as an experiment and just to craft some of the schematics that I have, and we can see what type of weapons we get with the items that I collected as I've been out here running around. I want to converse with some of these people. Let me see if some of my new people on the map as well. So yeah, Sarah's here. Colin and Cassandra. Okay. I don't forgot that new person name already. What was her name, y'all? Liliana? I think it was Liliana. But I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna close out this mission here. You go to the journal before I end this video. The threat remains. I'm gonna close this out. Champions of the Just. I've been knocking a lot of these off. And yeah, and probably Champions of the Just. Let's see, is my new shorty here. Oh nah, that ain't Liliana. I don't even know that chick now. And he ain't talking about nothing.
Can I help you with something?
No requisitions.
Thanks for checking anyway.
Alright, here we go. Some more storyline.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard? My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses as well as the capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the Order somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
All right, all right. Sound like a good place to end this one. So we'll come back and I'll go to the war room and see what else is going on here at the Haven now that I have unlocked more tasks and made more allies. And we're going to keep it moving. So subscribe, like, let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling about the game. You can't see me, I'm here with you. And I'll holler at you in a minute. Peace.
You can see me, your favorite gamer.
First one to stray.
Zoom, 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 let go. Zoom, 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 let go.